Welcome to the SEG SOU Student Chapter podcast, where we talk about geoscience, careers, and real professional journeys. I am Madina Jafarzadeh, the new president of SEG SOU Student Chapter, and I will be your host for today's episode. Our guest is Turan Aghazade, a geophysical engineering graduate, former Wireline Field Engineer, and currently a dynamic technical sales specialist at Baker Hughes, working on reservoir solutions through cross-disciplinary collaboration. She is also the young professional officer at SP Azerbaijan section and a former president of SAG SAU student chapter. Let's begin. So, to start, can you tell us a bit more about your professional journey so far?
So let me start from the beginning. I graduated from Azerbaijan State Oil and Industrial University with the background of geophysical engineering. And in 2022, I started work as wireline field engineer at Baker Hughes company. I have worked there for 2.5 years, and then I moved to the Caspian technical sales specialist for the Gaffney client department. At the moment, it was called Reservoir Technical Services. Then we did the rebranding, and now we're called the Gaffney Client Energy Advisory. So basically, what do we do? That's department in Baker Hughes, consulting and advisory, that helps companies in the questions and projects in the energy sector. So that's basically what I do now. I am responsible for the Caspian, which includes Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Ukraine. So that's basically about me and what do I do now.
Okay, good. So, you have spoken openly about balancing career and motherhood. How has becoming a parent changed the way you approach your work?
Changed a lot. So basically, before the child, even before the marriage, personal life, let's say, it was easier to me to allocate my time because I had almost 24 hours to me. But after she was born, I had a sleepless night, really busy days, and etc. So after returning to work, of course, I have a person who helps me, and thanks to her. But that gave me the chance to make the proper time allocation and resource allocation and have a priorities. Because as I said already before, I had 24 hours. I could like make some procrastination that I'm not gonna do that. I can do it in 1 2 hours, but now I have limited time. The person that helps me, she works from 9 to 7. After that, I am a mom. So in this, from 9 to 7, I need to allocate everything in the work. So yes, becoming a mom taught me how to put the priorities, how to make a time allocation, and the resource allocation.
Like, in your opinion, what are the biggest challenges professionals face today when trying to balance career growth and personal life?
Again, coming back to the previous question, really hard to allocate your time and responsibilities because you should be responsible at work and also at being mom or dad. Um, so I want to put it in a way that it's really, I'm really happy that I have studied, that I found a job, that I was really responsible at the job I was working, and I have a chance to have money to hire someone who will look after my child because it frees time a lot. So yes, that's the problem. But if I'm gonna talk about myself as professional, how I am facing these challenges and giving a solution, again, I have a person who helps me, uh, and that's for me easier to do something and to make my life and my job life easier. So yeah, that's the challenges. You don't have enough time. You're even waking up in the night. I mean, mothers mostly doing that rather than fathers. That's why that's. I mean, I don't have enough sleep. Sometimes I'm just like coffee addictive to have some energy to work. So that's a really big problems. But when you're having someone nanny or grandmothers. I mean, my mother can help me with a child. That's really giving you a solution of the proper, um, of being able to have a proper allocation of your time.
The next question: how important is continuous learning in your career, and how do you usually keep improving your skills?
Learning is really important in my, um, I would say, even at my position now. Of course, when I was wireline, I should go offshore, work
Mhm.
there, gain the hands-on experience to understand how it works. Yes, but if we're talking about my position now, I'm sales. I'm communicating with the clients. I'm communicating with the people. I'm writing proposals, and the Gaffney client department. That's even internal was saying that's where everything starts.
Mhm.
And I think at my role, I need to know about every product line. I mean, drilling, completion, wireline, artificial lift, and etc. So that's the continuous learning that I am having every day. Basically, when I just came to this position, I had only university knowledge. Uh, but hopefully when you will work, not hopefully, when you will work, you will understand that the things that you're learning at the university, that's good to have theoretical part, but practical part is changing.
Yes.
It's supporting you technical, but practical is, at least for me, it was harder than I thought. So yeah, that's the learning, continuous learning that I should have now, I had in the past, and I will have in the future, because every day I'm learning something new. We have a lot of different projects with different product lines, and I'm communicating with them and gaining more knowledge, not only in the Gaffney client, but also in the other product lines. So yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, good. How important has mentorship been in your career? And have you had any mentors who strongly influenced your path?
My father. Um, both, maybe not so in technical part, because
Mhm.
I mean at my job I have a lot of really experienced people, even one lady that really helps me a lot. I have a lot of questions each day, and she's patiently answering them thanks to her. But my mentor by life, that's my father. He had a big impact when I was choosing who I will be. He's the person whom I approach always when I mean, want to change department, for example, or work where I want to go, and that person always helps me. I'm really family oriented person, and my father was always a role model for me, and he is still now. Um, so yes, about the mentorship, my father is the first person that I will ever think about. Yeah.
Looking back, what decision are you most proud of in your career so far?
I want to divide it two parts, more about the personal life and more
Mhm.
about the technical.
Okay.
Coming back to technical, decision to work offshore.
Mhm.
Offshore is really harsh atmosphere, let's say, to work in. To be honest, I'm missing offshore because I had a lot of beautiful friends, really good person that works there still, and we're still in the communication. Uh, but I want to speak about from the perspective of the women,
Mhm.
because working offshore, it's really hard, um, especially when you have a family. Of course, at the time I didn't have a family. I met my husband when I just came to the Baker Hughes as the Wireline Field Engineer. But I remember that my manager at the time, during my interview, asked me like, "Are you sure that you want to work in the harsh environment as offshore. You're not gonna have a more, I mean, time for having makeup or for you and etc. You're gonna work on a night, you're gonna work on a day. So are you ready for that? Um, of course, at the time I didn't understand how harsh is it gonna be, but yes, that's the best decision that I made, because I think people that working in the oil and gas industry should work at least several years in offshore to understand what is the behind of that, how does it work. Because when you're going as wireline, um, I mean, you of course you're doing wireline job, but you can look at the jobs of another, for example completion. So yeah, but if we're coming back to the personal life, maybe that's not the uh, part where I should talk about it. But the best decision was to marry my husband, because he was the best support for he was and he is the best support for me. Um, yes, so he's the really supporting me with the child. I can, when I have a lot of work and I can give her to give her to him. Yes, and he is my supporter in my decisions. Um, every step that I want to make to do, we're having discussion on it. So, and he's helping. So, um, my first role model is my father, as I already told, and my mentor. But my husband is my supporter, and of course, I'm kind of the mentor that helps me, because he's more in this oil and gas industry than I am, at least for four years. So yeah, two decisions that made me who I am now. That's going to offshore to have hands-on experience, and that's having my husband as my life partner for the life. Yeah, life partner for the life partner.
Okay. So coming to the end, what's next for you? And are there any future goals or projects that you are especially excited about?
I cannot talk about the project because that's
Okay,
confidential.
okay.
I'm joking. Yes. So for me now, of course, not to stop learning.
Mhm.
Um, that's not the goal, but that's what I will do to approach my goals. So yes, continue learning, because there's still a lot that I need to learn. In my mind, I'm planning, hopefully, to have the master's degree, because I
Mm.
graduated only from bachelor's, MBA most probably. And regarding other goals, I really want to be the person whom students will approach to have as mentor. Because even when I graduated from university, I left the chapters. I always was the support for all the students that we have, uh, especially when they're applying to our company, to Baker
Mhm.
Hughes. I'm having a time with them, trying to share my knowledge, what I know, technical knowledge, not confidential. Yes. So yeah, I'm planning to be the mentor and maybe sometime the role model to the people, to the students. So yes, that's my roles and plans for the future. And I wish you good luck and
Thank you.
success in the future. Hopefully, we will meet each other frequently in the future. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Good luck to you. So this brings us to the end of today's episode with SAG SOU Student Chapter Podcast. Today, we talked about Turan's journey from student leadership to industry and from field work to professional roles at Baker Hughes. And on behalf of SAG SOU Student Chapter, I am Madina Jafarzadeh, and I thank Turan Aghazade for sharing her experience and insights with us. Stay connected with us and keep building your path in geoscience.
Bye bye.